We have everything ready, Doctor?
There we go. Grant has one too.
Yeah.
I think his
Now,
fingers are better.
now we all have them. I heard that Steven also invite the stream deck, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's arriving tomorrow.
It's coming.
All good.
Arriving tomorrow. Oh my God.
Mm.
Oh my God. I see how in our show we're just increasing the sales by you guys are purchasing the items
Yeah.
that we are
It's a-
presenting on screen.
hmm
It's a virtuous circle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's one of the outcomes. I guess that nobody was able to see it, but it's happening as well. And it's great because then we can share different angles and different perspective about the products that we are sharing during the stream. And we are live, so thank you so much for everybody that joining us. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to our show. That's actually our 13th show in Amazon Live. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Every time I'm amazed by the number of shows that we've been running so far. Nobody was actually thinking at the beginning that we will have so many, and we are just keep doing them. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today as well. And here we are starting another Amazon Live show. In today's show, we will explore some different products, some cameras, mics, Kimball as well, and some different products. As always, we'll share everything just from our perspective, what we are thinking about those products. That's all we can share and all we know about those products just by our experience. Joining me today, the experts from BeLive, and oh my God! So we'll start by a quick introduction by you guys. So let's just start. And as always, 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 Steven, you're the first one. So please help us share a couple of words about yourself.
Thank you, Daniel. One of the things I've actually started doing every morning, 11:30, is just heading out the door and walking for 90 minutes using my mobile phone, my Fitbit Charge 5, and listening to rock music, and it's just absolutely amazing. I live in Wiltshire, which is a beautiful county to live in, near to Stonehenge. I've been live broadcasting since forever, about 7 years really. I really enjoy doing it, and I'm delighted to be on the show tonight and show you what I've been using in the last 7 days in my live broadcasts. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you so much. And from Steven, we are moving to
Amazing.
Doctor. Doctor, what's up?
It's up. It's definitely. Hopefully, we're doing great sales today, right? You guys are gonna buy a lot of stuff. No, I'm joking. But Dr. Elo Efren Lopez. I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I live in Herndon, Virginia, which is about 30 miles west of Washington, D.C., so in the East Coast. We're changing times on November 6th. Times are changing all over the world, so be careful. Don't panic. So basically, I'm a live streamer. I stream live to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. I stream it. So I am a consultant with BeLive as well. So I am one of the BeLive team members that goes live here on this platform, Amazon Live, and try to sell you stuff. Oh.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Last but not least, Grant, what's up?
Hey, I'm doing good. My name's Grant Saunders. I'm a hypnotist, a live streamer, a BeLiver, and a cat dad. I'm absolutely loving live streaming, and it's been a crazy week with the holidays, half terms, times changing, Halloween today as well. It's a bit crazy as well. But yeah, absolutely loving it, and loving these where we were saying earlier, we're showcasing our products and what we love, and then we end up kind of buying each other's products because there's that one-upmanship. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to be part of such a great team, all kind of pushing the live streaming world forward.
Thank you so much, Grant. Thank you so much. And from joining us right now, I'm Daniel, CEO of BeLive. BeLive is actually the gateway right now for Amazon Live. We were developing some specific features for enabling you having the best experience once you're going live in Amazon. Some of those features are actually to be able to show comments that you're getting from Amazon directly on screen, like we are doing right now. Some of them, it's the carousel that we will speak about it, I guess, like later, and we will see it in live. So that's how we are like I'm showing the products on screen, like we're showing them right now. And some different features that we have is once we'll have a new follower, we'll see a celebration on screen, and that's just the beginning for like the different and crazy features that we're currently developing for Amazon. So stay tuned. And actually, in 2 days from now, we'll celebrate the 6th birthday of BeLive. And you gentlemen will join me and actually Doctor as well in 2 days from now to celebrate our 6th birthday. Wow, that's an historic moment. I would just mention that like 6 years ago, I was in the same studio, not the same studio, but partially the same studio. It was the first version of BeLive, and guess what? It was me and Steven that actually I had my first interview. Steven was asking me to interview me. Yeah. 6 years ago, and it was a fabulous one. So, Steven, another chance to kudos you for the great and lovely support that you're always bringing to BeLive. And it's not just for BeLive; it's actually for like a huge community of streamers that you were able to support them and to help everybody during their journey to have like the most successful live show. And we know that it's not so easy all the times. So your help, your support, and just being there with a great tip, with a great like help, it's something that help all of us. I'm not even speaking about myself. But every time that I'm struggling with something, I'm just approaching like I'm Steven, and we can see it like I'm in our chats actually, like somebody have like a question, how I can connect BeLive to the some of those questions I don't have answer to, and like I just need to wait because like 2 seconds after Steven is coming, and of course, you just need to use this app. So easy. How to share your mobile screen in BeLive Studio? Who knows?
Magically.
Who knows? I was like, I was starting to type, no way, no. And Steven, oh, of course, use this kind of application. It will work magically. So Steven, thank you. Just thank you so much for the great support and everything that you're doing for BeLive. And we have today, as in the last 3 or 4 shows, we have our snake. So please comment in the chat for being the head of the snake. You're looking to be the head of the snake. Please just put a comment, and you will be the head of the snake. Yeah, and we have Chris that actually just like echoing the kind of things that we were saying about Steven. So Chris is just like another live streamer that was actually being able to learn from Steven. Steven, thank you. And without any further notice, I guess that we will start to show you some of the great products that we have today. And Steven, as always, you're the first. So just go for it.
Okay, that's Ephraim. I recognize him. Hello, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, Daniel, for those kind words. I just enjoy helping and supporting and going live. This is the best way you can actually communicate around the globe. And Chris is in Belgium, Daniel is in Israel, Ephraim is in the States, and of course, we have our man from Yorkshire with us, as always. Now, this is a very strange situation for me. I'm not actually sat looking at my computer. I'm looking at the OBSBOT tiny camera, but I've put it onto the Loom Cube tripod. And this means that I don't have to look up to my monitor. I can just look straight ahead because the camera lens is pointing straight at my eyes, which means it's more natural. I don't have to look up, and I can just sit here and relax and talk about the OBSBOT Tiny, which is the first OBSBOT that I bought in January this year. Now, the thing about the OBSBOT is that it can do more than your ordinary camera. It's not static. It doesn't just sit on top of your monitor, or in this case, a tripod. It can move and it can have presets. So I have no idea what's going to happen now, but what I'm going to try and do is to show you a preset. Okay, now we're going around, and this is the second preset. This is my monitor, and you can see that's what an OBSBOT looks like. Okay, you've got the lens on top, you've got a 2-axis gimbal, and then you've got the body underneath. Next to that is a Logitech Litra Lite. Next to that is the Logitech Brio, and underneath that is a Nexigo. I've actually stacked 2 cameras together so I can just look as if I'm looking at one. But it's the OBSBOT, and it's the OBSBOT which I just enjoy using because I can actually go, I don't know what's going to happen now, but it's going to go and it's coming around to me and it's going round. And will it make it to the chess set? Almost. I moved the chess set. That's not working well. Let's come back to me. But the beautiful thing about the Ozbot is it's got artificial intelligence and it's got tracking software built into it. Now, those who know me well know the next part of the demonstration will either work or not work. But just before I do, in case it doesn't, I'm going to give you the rest of the details. The Ozbot is 1080p or 720p. Which is industry standard. It's 30 frames per second. So it's happy on a Zoom call. It's happy on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch, and it works beautifully in the BeLive studio. It can have 3 presets, which you've just seen, me, monitor, and the chess set that moved. But in addition to that, it can actually track you. Now, if I press this button and I move back a bit and I stand up, this is going to be good. Yes, first time. Goodness gracious. Thank you guys. It's actually worked. And the thing is that with this tracking software, as I move, the tracking software moves, and it always puts me in the center of the camera and gives me headspace. And the camera itself has 2 times zoom, so I could zoom in if I wanted. I'll spare you that bit. It's 130 degrees. Everything I'm showing you now is also available on the 4K camera, but that is 4 times zoom and 4K. This is 1080. But if you want fun with a camera, if you want a camera that's going to adapt to what you want to do, if you want to sit down, stand up, walk around as you're demonstrating or remonstrating or even anything, this camera will capture it faithfully. The quality of the video is brilliant. It has twin microphones with noise cancelling built in. And at the price, this is an amazing PTZ camera. Pan, tilt, and zoom for the price. What more can you want? Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much, Stephen. Stephen, I have to share something. It's maybe personally, but it's the first time that I learned what does it mean, the PTZ. You all guys were familiar with what the meaning of PTZ?
I learned it from him, actually, not so long ago. So yeah.
Grant, you were familiar with it? It's only
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Okay, it's only me. It's only me. Okie dokie. Stephen, thank you so much for sharing this brilliant knowledge. And now I understand why they're having like this PTZ in this camera and what does it mean. So thank you so much, Stephen, for another lesson. And we are moving from this great camera to Doctor that will share with us about a microphone. Am I right?
Headphones.
Headphones. Sorry. Headphones.
Microphone comes later. It's all good.
Headphones.
All right. So these are the Shure SE215, right? So this comes in this little box right here. This box. Let me do a small unboxing, even though I am wearing them, which you can't see, which is pretty cool, huh? So this brings the headphones itself, which I'm wearing right here. It brings like a little different type of like plastic part in here that goes into your ear.
Here are some results I found. Mineral oil, essential oil, hash oil.
Alexa,
Oil,
stop. Oh, wow. Well, there we go. It has some foam as well. You can use foams. The one that I'm using right now, they're foam. They're more comfortable in my opinion, right? But this is just a personal opinion. And it brings the headphones itself. The good thing about these headphones is that you can actually create like a little go around your ear. So let me show you how they're going right now. Right now, this is how you put them. You put them here. You lose them first because I already had them ready. But you put them here and you put them around your ear. Your ear around here, right? And then they take the form of your ear, which they're really cool. These are wired earbuds. They have isolating, they isolate the sound, clear sound. They have deep bass. You put them here. They have the little thing over here. You can press it and it stays put. So basically, you can't tell whenever you're in front of it. Plus, they're transparent, right? They're not completely transparent. You can still see them. There's not like it's not a cloak device, but it kind of works out. So whenever you're in front of the camera, you basically don't see them unless you move to the side or anything. The good thing about this ones are they come in different colors. They come in black. They come in blue. They come in clear or transparent. They come in purple, which they came in purple after I got them, which I want purple. And they come in white as well. So you can choose your poison. So right here, they say this road tested by pro musicians. They sound really, really amazing. So sometimes I take them out of the studio to listen to music on my iPhone. I have a little adapter that comes. Also, another thing that I forgot, it comes here, this little thing right here. You can actually put them in here. And I have, in this part, I have, an adapter if I want to use it with the Rodecaster Pro, which I am. And I have the iPhone adapter. So I can actually adapt it to the iPhone with this, connect it, and listen to music. The bass is really, really good. It's custom fit, secure over the ear design, which I was trying to explain earlier. I guess this is the best way to say it. It's a durable and cable. The cable is really hard. Now, my recommendation in regards to doing a live stream with it, you got to buy a cable a little bit longer that you can connect it to, and then you can walk all around the studio with it, and people will barely notice that you have them on. They have very good quality sound as well, and they're just live streamers. For live streamers, they're the best. Or you're a musician, you can use them as well. But for live streamers, they're great. You can barely see them when you're streaming, and it looks a lot professional, right? And there's two styles of professional you can have. You can have the podcasting professional, which is this type, right? Or you can have the in-ear professional, which you can basically see whenever you're speaking. And sometimes it's been so funny that people have asked me, "Can you please wear headphones?" I'm like, I got them. So they're really good. They're I think 30% off today. I bought them for $30 more than what is announced right now. So get yourselves one. They're really good. They can use them for whatever you want, but for live streaming, they are the best, in my opinion.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much. And one thing that I forgot to mention, and I guess that I will take like a couple of minutes to speak about it. We actually have some like new overlays in the studio for Halloween. So why not we test some of like those
Let's do
new
it.
Halloween
Magic.
overlays. So what do you think about this? Or like we can have this as well. So I think let's try this. I'm here in the middle of the spider. Okay, I guess that I will stay here. And it's not just the overlays. We have like some different backgrounds. Where is those great backgrounds? Yeah, we'll take this background. Just a second.
Good
It will
thing I
be
didn't take my mask off,
Sorry.
Halloween. Good thing I didn't take a mask off. So it's Halloween. Yeah.
Next year we can totally think and do it. We change the background, but I guess that in a second, once we'll move to the next product, we will be able to see the new background. And we are moving to Grant, and yeah, now we're speaking about a microphone. I'm sure about it. It's a microphone. It's not a headphones.
It's
a
a
microphone.
microphone.
It's a
It is a microphone.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, Dr. Ello has done it again. Like literally, I need to purchase that product. So I do need those headphones. It's so frustrated. So yes. So microphones. This is a Rode NT USB mini microphone. Now I say mini because look at the size of it. It is smaller than the palm of my hand. It is a metal case. It's very durable and it's absolutely fantastic. It's got a lot of punch for such a little microphone, and it is a Rode microphone. So when you've got it just in the front of your stream here, your audience can see you've got the Rode brand in there, and they know that it is quality. The price on this is less than $100 for a quality Rode microphone. And again, it's USB, so you don't need to know about all the technical stuff, which this week I've been learning about some of the technical audio stuff, and it blows your mind sometimes. So to have a USB microphone that you can just plug in and it just works and gives you a great sound quality straight out the box, for me, is an absolute, it's a winner. Now, for me, my journey started with the inbuilt microphones that you get with your laptop. Now, let me just show you what that sounds. I'll show you what that sounds like. You know what I mean? Let me demonstrate what that sounds like. This is the inbuilt microphone on a MacBook Pro. So again, a quality bit of kit, but this is the inbuilt microphone that you get as standard in your laptop or your MacBook or your computer. They tend to not be of the best quality because space is a premium when it comes to laptops. So let's go back onto the Rode NT USB Mini. Now you should be hearing me on that. What's cool about this as well is even though you don't need any additional knowledge in order to kind of fine tune the sound, you don't need to know about your gains and your ohms and all of that stuff. It does come with some great free software, which is the Rode Connect software. That kind of gives you a virtual Rodecaster setup, some little sample pads, and you can really fine tune your audio just a little bit on that, not too much. But when you're starting out, this really does give you a quality microphone for the fraction of the cost of what you spend on some of the bigger production microphones as well. One of the things I personally love about this is you've got the desk mount, which has the rubber ring on the bottom, which is really helpful if you've got it on your desktop and you're moving your mouse around. That sound does not get transferred to the audience as well. And on the back, you have a 3.5mm jack, so you can plug in your headphones just like you've just seen there and monitor your audio mix as well. It does have at the bottom a screw thread, so if you want to put it on a mic stand or a boom arm, you absolutely can. And I love the look of this. I think it's a beautiful, sleek, well-designed microphone. And when it comes to live streaming, I think what you show to your audience is really important. The aesthetics, how things look is really important. This is a small microphone. It's not going to take up too much of the space on your stream, but it's still going to look like quality as well. And for me, you know, for the price, less than $100 to get something like this. And again, this is my go-to mic when I'm on the road as well. I don't want to take my bigger microphones out and about with me. This one goes in my kit bag. And if I'm streaming a 4x4 event in Wales, if I'm on the road at a theatre or a stage, this is the one that goes with me again, because it's got a lot of impact, but doesn't take up a lot of space as well. Another really cool feature with these, and this is quite exclusive to these, is with the Rode Connect software, if you've got a 4-port USB hub, you can connect 4 of these into that USB hub and control them through the software. So you could be running a proper podcast with 4 guests all through one USB hub, all through the Rode Connect software, which means you're not having to invest thousands and thousands of dollars on your podcast until you know that it's starting to really work for you. Then you can elevate and upgrade. For me, the Rode NT USB Mini is an absolutely fantastic kind of getting you out of the gate microphone.
Thank you so much, Gun. Thank you so much. Bring our fans back to screen. It was such a great experience to change the layout and change the background during the times that you were speaking. I was really enjoying those moments. So thank you so much for allowing me to play with all those backgrounds and layouts. So yeah, it's actually a really great experience to do it. And as we mentioned before, everything is in BeLive Studio. So just start your free trial and try it by yourself. Play with the backgrounds, play with the overlays, and be as creative as you can. Thank you so much, Gan, for another great microphone. And from a great microphone, we are moving to another great microphone. And I guess that like next week we'll hear at least one person in this show that actually purchased one of those great microphones in the last show. So like Doctor, what do you have for us?
All right. So now that we're on the road, get it? We get another microphone. That was so bad. Crickets? Anyone? All right. So let's move to the Rode, the infamous Rode Pod mic. This is what it is. This microphone, I've had it for a while. I wanted it for a while, but I never bought it. I actually won it from a contest on LinkedIn. They had a contest on LinkedIn, and I know everything about the MV7, and I started just, you know, saying the answers, and I got it. So real cool. This is a XLR connector, right? It has an XLR microphone. It's a multifunction voice activated recording. The one that I'm using right now, it's not the microphone. So let me switch to the microphone. This is a cardio dynamic broadcast microphone with integrated pop shield. Other than it looks really great. So let me change to it.
Doctor?
You can hear me, right? You can hear me?
Now we can hear you. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so let me switch to the other microphone. Let me do some technical stuff over here. I'll let you see me over here.
We will help you. That's why you have a great friends that joining you for this show, for those moments specifically. That's actually like the magic of live.
And this is how you
The
do
joys
it.
of
This
life.
is how you
Yeah.
do it. How
This
do
is
I
how
sound
you
now?
do it. Sounds
Sounds
well.
good,
And
right?
Chris, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for letting us know that there is no sound. It's
Thank
so
you.
easy, just like to see there is no sound and not doing anything. But Chris, thank you so much for
It
being there and
happens.
letting
It
us know.
happens.
Yeah, it happens.
This
It
is
totally
why
happens.
I love live streaming. You know, you can improvise. Eh. Hey, sir. Hey, look, we have a
Hello.
we
If
have
we're
audience. We
speaking
have an
about
audience. Somebody's stealing my paper from the computer. All right. So basically, this microphone, it's a XLR microphone. It's the one of the best microphones that Rode has put out there. It's kind of a legend microphone because everybody likes this microphone. It looks good. It's $10 off right now. Usually it's $100, and for the price, this is one of the best microphones you can buy for this pricing. Right. The one that I was talking on before, it's a brand new microphone that came from Corsair, and this one sounds a lot better than the brand new one. And you know, with years, you have a lot of technology that gets better each year. This is one of the microphones that gets better like wine. With the years, it sounds just better. You don't have to do anything to it. It has a pop shield integrated already. It looks really good, as you can tell. It's a microphone that's visually appealing. Ooh, that's a Sunday word. So basically, you connect it, you use it. There's a lot of people that their voice sounds even better with it. So this is one of my favorite microphones, and one of the ones that I've always wanted. And thanks to the contest, I got it free. But it's a well-versed microphone. You do need an interface. I'm using right now the Rodecaster Pro 2. But you can use any interface. There's interface that costs $50, $40, and it will sound amazing as well. It won't sound, exactly like an interface that you bought for $600, but it will sound really, really good. So if you want to start doing podcasts, start doing live streaming, start doing any type of content with video, this is your go-to mic. If you want to start, and you want a rich voice, podcasty voice that it sounds really good on your live streams, and people say, you know what, I like this guy, I like this girl, it sounds good, even if your video is not that good, audio, I've always said audio is more important than video because I can watch a video that has great sound, but I can't watch a video with low quality sound. I just can't. But this is the Rode PodMic Cardio Dynamic Broadcast microphone from Rode, and this is really recommended for you to start. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes,
Thank you so
sir.
much. Thank you so much. What happened to the sound effects?
I
I would-
don't know. I did something. Thank you.
Right. I just want to ask a question
Yes.
of both of you. Well, everybody actually. What's the difference between an XLR mic and a USB mic?
Well, let me take a stab at it. For
go on.
me, it's the sound quality. The
Hmm,
sound quality
okay.
in reality. That's basically what it is. You can have a USB mic, it doesn't really matter. But with the advancements of today, like the Elgato, like the one that you use, the what is it?
Voice 3.
Exactly. Some of those microphones come with the software that you can actually, make the changes in there and make it sound as good. But XLR mic is just classic. But what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, and it's better for sound reproduction, and you don't get a degradation over the length of the cable like you would with a USB.
Right.
I think USB
Okay.
you're limited to, once you get over 5 meters, you're really going to start to see some kind of degradation in quality. Whereas XLR, you can run that for forever, and because you're then running an XLR into a mixer, into an interface, you get a real kind of fine tune on the quality of the sound that you can get. So you can reproduce your sound how you want it to be, as a genuine sound rather than digital. But yeah, all the rock stars use XLR. So
All right. Now we know, Daniel. Now we know.
I think it's the difference between analog and digital, as always. If we're looking to prioritize like
True.
quality, I guess we need to use the analog. If we're looking to prioritize like the user experience, as Chris was mentioning, plug and play, USB. We're just
Yeah.
like plugging in and it's working like out of the blue. I guess we're speaking about like two different things, and not even to mention that like the XLR. I'm not familiar with any computers that you can plug like an XLR directly to a computer. So we need to use like couple of more products actually to be able to take it from like the XLR into the computer. But Steven, I guess like you're asking us this question for saying something, for mentioning something also.
No, basically, I just want there is a difference, and it's got to be appreciated, because if we're talking about XLR and somebody goes out and buys an XLR mic, tries to plug it into the PC, just won't fit.
Yeah.
There has to be a box of tricks in between, and that's basically what I was alluding to, was the fact that, as Chris said, plug and play. It's a USB air connection. You just plug it in. It works on your PC or Mac. XLR, you need something in between. As Ephraim said, it can be 40 or 50 bucks. Or you could go for a Rodecaster Pro 2, which has just gone to my wish list.
Boom. Okie dokie. And we have the sounds effects back in our
We
life.
do.
Oh, we're missing them so much, Doctor. You won't imagine. You
Oh,
won't imagine.
and now you know who has it as well, right? We got two sounds. That's not me. That's not me. That's Grant, actually.
Steven, we need to let them play a little bit.
We do.
We just need to. Grant, Doctor, you have some more surprises for us, or Steven can start speaking?
We'll have a play date. We'll have a play date.
Steven is safe? Okay.
Okay.
Steven, I guess that's your cue.
Right. Okay. A few moments ago, I showed you the OBSPOT tiny camera, and 4K. Well, it basically does what you want a camera to do. It makes you look good. But it was actually mounted on a tripod, and the tripod is down in the carousel. It is the Lume Cube. Now we know Lume for lighting. They're famous for the quality of the lights. This Lume Cube, though, I can show you here, because I just happen to be using an OBSPOT camera, which means I can go like this. And this is the Lume Cube. And what you have is the feet at the bottom You can change the height and then just lock it into place. The central rod you can change from 12 inches to 30 inches. And at the top you have a ball joint, and you can then either angle a light or you put a camera on, and it will basically keep it rock steady. And if we look at, just excuse me a moment, in terms of style, you know, I'm all about how things look. This is what we know as a tripod. This is the best tripod that I've found. It is so stylish. It is an Amazon choice, of course. And that basically an Amazon choice item means that people enjoy the product, they rate the product highly. And that's the case of this Loom Cube stand. It's easy to assemble, even I did it. And then you can take any camera, which has got a thread in the bottom, and most do now, and you can just put your camera on top of the stand, and it simply works. I'm just going to come back to me. The beauty of that, though, that stand, is that you can adjust the height. And that means that when I was presenting earlier, I was using the camera that you've just looked at to present. And that's why you've got what behind me, what you got, because I wasn't standing in front of my brick wall. And basically, the camera is at eye level. At the moment, I've got to look up. I've got to look up to over my monitor in order to be able to look at the lens. Whereas if I'm using this stand at the side of me, I can just look straight ahead, relax a little bit because I'm not straining to look up the top of the monitor, and look at the style of this. This is an elegant stand. It's simple to use, and it is, as I'm going to repeat it, it is an Amazon choice. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Second, I got lost here. Okay. Moving myself. Boom. Okay. Now it's better. Okie dokie. And we are moving to the last and least products that we have for this show. And I think that it's the first time that we're speaking about gimbal, right? It's the first time. Am I right? Right. And actually, we never spoke about that. So, Grant, if you will be able to explain us at the beginning why we need the gimbal, actually, why it's so important to use. And you know what? I saw Stephen's face. So wait a second. Even before, it's an open question to all the experts in the show. Why you need a gimbal? And Stephen, you're already in screen, so
I'm here. I'm here first. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Right, I just don't. Right place, right time.
Too late.
The thing is that if you use your mobile phone to shoot video, either record it or to do it live, you're carrying your phone like that. Now the problem is, and we don't realize it, that when we're walking, the camera will go up and down, and Grant will tell you how to combat this in a minute. But the camera goes up and down, which means that the resulting video is jittery at best. And if you're climbing up a hill and you've got your head down and you're trying to hold it, it gets complicated. And the other thing about a gimbal is a gimbal can reach where you can't. If you're holding your camera, it's at a fixed level. You're not going to go like that because you can't see the camera. So you would hold it up like that. Let's go to Grant to describe a little bit more about why issues you should have a gimbal right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do
it.
Stephen, absolutely amazing kind of explanation of why we need a gimbal. I find there's another reason as well. I do a lot of events. I'll live stream and do some hybrid events as well. And if you've just holding a camera, or if you're just holding your phone, people tend to not really move out of your way. Having a nice gimbal, something big, some proper kit, people look at it and kind of go, oh, do you know what? This guy's a professional. I'll move out of his way. And you tend to get better reactions from audiences. You tend to get people will move out your way so you can get a better view of it. So let me just show you this Weebill S. One of the things I love about the Weebill S that you'll notice is it's a serious bit of kit. However, it still comes at a great compact size as well. And here it is. It comes in this kind of foam case here. which helps protect it whilst you're transporting it. Let me just show you how it comes. This is it whilst it's folded down. Its footprint is tiny. It's actually smaller than a sheet of paper. So if you're doing stuff, if you're recording B-roll, if you're out and about trying to capture some memories, to capture some film, some B-roll to showcase in your stream later on, then this can just go in your backpack nice and simple. Now, the Weebill S had a few features that I really loved. And one of those, I'm going to go and demonstrate that first, actually, is it comes with this little kind of tripod stubby leg thing here as well. So this just screws onto the bottom here. Now, this gimbal, I will point out actually, is for a mirrorless camera or a DSLR. This is not for a smartphone. This is for the bigger cameras. So the motors on this are really strong to take the weight of that camera as well. But that little leg screws into the bottom there. So if you're at a concert or if you're at an event and you want to get over the crowd, your camera could be in there and you've got that space where you can just raise up and do that. What's cool is these legs all spray out like this. So you can set that down and use it like a tripod. You can set your camera in there on your desktop and have that facing straight at you as well. And what's really cool, and this, I'll be honest, was the reason that sold it to me, is this arm also screws into the top here. So when that screws into the top there, this gives you this overslung arm. So you really get those kind of really cool kind of shotgun effect as you can kind of come along and then sweep up with the arm on this. So how easy is it to set up? You've got 3 access, this one, and this one. And what you'll see on the Weebill is you've got these little easy to use locking switches here. So that one there, and then that one there. That then frees up these arms and you can lock them back into position as and when you want. He says, and that's there where your camera would sit. So you kind of get that motion so that whilst you're moving around, as you can see there, as you're moving, the motors within these arms here prevent that camera from bouncing. It keeps it steady at all times. One of the things that's cool about the Weebill S as well is it's one of the few gimbals that doesn't need an external app in order to set it up or to program it. It can all be done right here on the unit itself. All the controls, all the settings, all the fine tuning can all be done here as well. And it's got a couple of really cool features. You'll see on the front, you've got a little trigger. Now this trigger means no matter where your gimbal is pointing, no matter what it is doing, you double press that, it will bring it straight forward as well. Another cool feature is you can set this into selfie mode. So you can have it that rather than your camera's facing that way, it's always facing back towards you. And again, you double press that trigger, no matter where your camera is pointing, it's going to bring it straight back to its home position, pointing at you. Now, like I said, this, if you kind of got it down here, it enables you to get those really low down cinematic shots. If you're doing B-roll, it's just so smooth as it pans from left to right. And this really does add a level of quality and kind of cinematic production to your videos, to your B-roll, to the stuff that you're doing as well. By the same way, when you come in low down and you can sweep right up, and again, there's no juddering, there's no bouncing, there's none of that. It just adds a whole new level of production to your videos. And the great thing is it looks really cool as well. So you've got your mirrorless camera in here. You've got your microphone connected to it. It makes you look like you are a proper video production company. It means people will pay attention to what you're doing. And like I said, you get those better audience reactions as well. And the level of quality of your filming is going to go through the roof. You're going to absolutely love it. It is rechargeable batteries. It comes with the battery charger as standard. And I'll be honest, mine has been charged maybe twice in the just over a year that I've had this as well. And this gets some real use as well. It's a fantastic bit of kit. And the Weebill S is really up there with, you know, the higher quality more expensive gimbals. I know videographers that swear by these as well. It's an absolutely amazing bit of kit.
Oh my God, Gan, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm with shift, you guys. Just a second. We're moving the products into their places. Couple of things to mention about like gimbals. First of all, I think that like if we were exploring like the gimbals 5 years ago, 4 years ago, like the amount of money that you should spend around like buying a gimbal, it was like a huge amount of money actually to be able, and we're not even speaking that like the consumer wasn't able to purchase like gimbals. The price was so high that nobody was actually can afford to have like a gimbal. But then as the technology is running forward so fast, we can have something like that for like $300 right now,
Yeah.
and to film like in a cinema. That's actually like the kind of like productions that you can bring with such a gimbal. We are using this kind of gimbals once we are doing snowboarding, and it's amazing. I mean, to compare like the kind of footage that we have a
Yeah.
second before
Yeah.
without the gimbal, everything is like shaky. You can't watch like the video for like 2 seconds or something like. But then you're using a gimbal, and wow, the production itself is like moving 10 levels up, and not even to mention like the quality and all the other stuff that we're getting out of like those kind of products. So for $300 for sure, that's something that needed, and it can support like DSLR. So like that's actually amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a surprise for you. It's not a surprise, but like I will tell you what's happened. We are currently in the 46th minute of our show, and regularly we are going live for at least like 1 hour. Regularly we're going live. So like we have 15 minutes right now, and I was just thinking once Grant was speaking, what if we will make a really fast forward from like the first product again into the last product. I mean, a couple of words about like the products that we actually showcased at the beginning of the show, from the first one till the end one, the same sort that we had like previously, starting with the OBS, moving into like the headphones, mics, everything. Couple of words. You like it? You don't like it? What do you think? We should do it.
Love it.
You should go for it.
Steven, sounds good.
Yep, sounds good.
Let's make it happen. We are live, everybody here, so why not to spend at least a couple more moments. We made all those preparations. I was waiting 1 hour for you guys today. 1 hour of resting. It's Google fault. We agree that it's Google fault. Just for like for our viewers. Yeah, in Israel we change for the daylight saving already. And in UK not yet, right?
No, we've
Yeah.
changed.
Sunday.
You change on Sunday, but for some reason the difference are like not the difference that we were counting, and Google was telling us that like it's the right timing, but it wasn't the right timing. So we scheduled a show, and I was like waiting in the studio, waiting for the guys to join me, and I was just alone by myself. And then I'm pinging everybody, where are you guys? And they're telling me, Daniel, the show is starting in 1 hour from now. So I rest for 1 hour. Thank you guys for bringing me this 1 hour of resting. Okie dokie. So let's start. We are. Hello world. We are starting our show again, and the first product that we'll speak about today is actually the OBS. So Steven, couple of words about the OBS.
Okay, OBS Tiny, brilliant camera. I got it beginning of this year. So good, I bought a 4K version. It has 3 presets. It's a 4K camera. It's got noise cancellation. It's ideal as a conference camera. The thing is, it's got built-in AI. It can actually track you as you move. It's the most fun. It's not a static camera. It doesn't just sit on your top of your monitor and do nothing other than look at you. It actually moves with you, and it's a joy to use, joy to present with. And I'm not going to do it. It won't work correctly twice in one show, will it? Let's just try. You never know. You can move about your office. Oh yes, thank you, thank you. Okay, that's the old spot. Brilliant piece of kit, and a very reliable company. I love the way they keep updating the software and the firmware, and it's my favorite camera. Daniel, thank you.
Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you so much. And we are moving to Grant. No, we are moving to Doctor that will speak about headphones, and for sure not a mic this time. Go for it, Doctor.
Sure. Get it? No.
Sure.
So basically, these headphones are amazing for live streamers, for anybody who wants to be in front of the camera and don't want to show their headphones, right? If there's two types of headphones that you can use while you're streaming. You can use this right here, or this is the podcaster version that you look good anyways. Doesn't matter because I used to use this ones a lot. I still do, and you can use the ones that are in ear. In ear means that it's in there, right? In this little portion of your ear. But the trick with this ones is that you have this portion right here. You put this around here, you lock them up, and then you forget about them. Now, you always for some reason they come a little bit shorter than what you want. If you want to move around your studio, you get an extender. This was from Amazon Basics. It was really really like $6 or something, and you just connect it to your interface or to your microphone, and you can walk around while you're speaking on your live stream. So this is really really cool. And this headphones, the best thing that for me, the my opinion is that they roll around and they're transparent. So while I'm like this, you can't seem to look at them, right? You don't notice them. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We're moving to Grant.
Yeah, I do love those headphones. So I just keep spending money. I keep spending money. So
Likewise.
the Rode NT USB Mini microphone, not to be confused with the Rode NT USB microphone. This is the Mini version of it, but it is a maximum of kind of durability and availability. It is awesome. Look at the size of it. It is tiny. It fits in the palm of my hand, but the audio quality in this is fantastic. It is a Rode microphone. It is USB plug and play. It just goes in your USB port. You don't have to do anything. It works perfectly. And the sound reproduction on the Rode microphones are fantastic. Rode are market leaders when it comes to audio for video. Not only that, they're a cool brand. So again, you've got the branding on the top here. You can just see that there. So when you're live streaming, you can see that Rode branding and your audience knows that you've got some quality gear. You've got a 3.5mm socket on the back, so you can plug your Shure headphones in there as well, and you can monitor yourself whilst you are live. And the great thing with this is one of the few USB microphones that can do this is you can plug 4 USB microphones into like a 4-port hub, and you can run it through the Rode Connect software, and you can have a podcasting studio virtually on your desktop for a fraction of the cost of what it would cost you to invest in like the Rodecaster Pro 2 and the microphones that go with that. So it can really start you on that first leg of your podcasting live streaming journey. That's the Rode NT USB Mini microphone.
And you can take it on the road.
And you can take it on the road. Oh.
Nice one.
Oh,
You
need
sure
to stay
can.
live for at least 2 more hours or so. The jokes are getting better every time. I love it. Okie dokie, Doctor, back to you. Find like a new joke.
Well, now that we're on the road, this is the Rode PodMic. So basically, this microphone that you see right here, this is one of the classic microphones that you see people doing podcasts or doing live streaming. Sounds really good. It's an excellent mic. You can use it with any of the mixers or devices that you can. The reason that I like it is that it's really kind to everyone's voice. I've never seen somebody with a Rode mic that I've listened to. I've never listened to somebody with a bad voice on it. It really captures your real voice, and it's a really amazing piece of equipment. It doesn't have a windscreen on it, so it looks really good, just like that. And it's built like a rock. To be honest, this is really, you can actually use it as a door stopper if you don't want to use it. But it's really heavy. It's really well made. And I believe it's made in Australia, where all the Rode products are. And the combination that I have right now with it is the Rodecaster Pro 2 and this microphone, which is the Rodecaster, the Rode. Oh my God, I forgot the microphone. The Rode PodMic. Here we go. So this microphone is really good. It's a classic. It's a microphone that a lot of people go for when they start podcasting and keep them. So you want to try a microphone you can start off and keep it for many, many years, and it will not be obsolete. This is one of the microphones you want, unless you're a audiophile and buy 7 microphones like me. So yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. Stephen, the stage is yours.
Brilliant. Okay. Now, one of the things that is important is not just the quality of the product, it's the design. Now, I'm going to show you a stand. This is not the stand I'm going to talk about in a minute, but this is a Lamicall stand, and it's design of the product. This is a beautiful stainless steel, and it's a tablet stand for my iPad, which we all need to actually broadcast on Amazon Live, and you can adjust it. As simple as that. And it holds your tablet. It's even got space on the back to put your wiring through. But what we're actually talking about is more good design. And it's this stand, which is the LoomCube stand. It is just a design classic. It's got the 3 legs at the bottom. You can lock them into place. You've got the central stand. You've got basically a ball joint at the top, and you can put a camera, or you can put lighting on there, because this is Loom. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit more, and you can see, and it's just amazing. Oh, microphones. This is a Blue Yeti. We've not talked about Yetis. This is an Elgato Wave 3. We haven't talked about that either. And hiding somewhere over there is an Audio-Technica AT2020. As a note, if you're looking for something to buy, there is a new Audio-Technica 2020 out right now. Okay, but back to the stand. It's a classic design. It does the job it's supposed to, and Amazon like it, customers like it. If you're looking for a stand for your light or your camera, get the LoomCube. And I'm going to come back to me and say, when I get back to me, just a minute. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. I really like this show. I really like the Sunwind spirits that we have in this show. Thank you so much, everybody, for bringing it. And last and least, Gant, it's actually your turn to show us a little bit about the gimbal again.
Yeah, it's the Z1 Weeble S. I always pronounce that wrong, so I'm just gonna say it with confidence. It's the Z1 Weeble S. This is, I think this was kind of like the underdog of the gimbals when they first came out. A lot of people kind of want to go with, some of the other brands which were more recognized. But when you actually look at the reviews, the YouTubers, what people are saying about it, this really does kind of stand shoulder to shoulder with some of those more expensive. I mean, you can spend twice as much money and not get anything near as good as this. And again, it's all about it being able to do what it's supposed to do, and it does it really well. The motors on this are really strong, and you can adjust and fine tune the smoothness on these in the different modes, so you can really get the style of your videography right. But then the other side is not only does it look good, and do the job right, it looks really cool by having these features like this overhang. Now this comes with it. I know with some of the other brands you have to pay extra for that overhang arm. For me, it's one of my favorite things to do. You're walking through an event, you've got this by your side, and you just sweep it up, and it just gives such a dramatic effect, and it gives you some brilliant footage, because B-roll is all about that good footage. You get it in slow-mo, you get those sweeping shots. That's what really sells it. That's what makes your live streams look really kind of lush. It's adding those extra elements to it, and the Weeble S does that. And again, it is smaller than a sheet of, now we call this A4 paper. I know everywhere else it's called something else, but we're going to go with a sheet of paper. It's smaller just than a sheet of paper, but it still has amazing functionality. It has some great powerful motors, so you can get those really heavy DSLRs on there, mirrorless cameras on there. Even with the bigger lenses on there, it's still going to do a fantastic job. I absolutely love using this bit of kit. And again, I'm a Yorkshireman at heart. I have not had to spend that much of my hard-earned money to get something that looks like I've spent a couple of $1,000s. So that is a Weeble S. Big fan.
Make your content sexy.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Grant, I have an experiment that we have to do. We have to make like an experiment, taking your gimbal taking your
Yes.
gimbal and putting a cup of tea on top of it and trying to move with like the cup of tea on top of like the gimbal
Ooh,
through
I love
people
it.
and see like it should stabilize the cup of tea and to make sure that nothing is actually getting dropped or so. David, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much, David, for your great comments. Oh my God, we have David here. Thank you so much, David. Guys, this show was like every show we're saying is that like the
Been getting
mood, the
better.
atmosphere, everything is just like improving from a show to like another one, and like the moments that we have today, it was just like perfect show with
Just
such
a
a great
joke, Daniel.
atmosphere. So I want to thank you all for sharing those moments together with our audience, and of course to wish everybody happy Halloween to everybody
Indeed.
that
Happy
celebrating
Halloween.
Happy Halloween to everybody
And
that
was
actually
it our
celebrating it.
13th show on Halloween as well?
Ooh.
13 show on Halloween.
Whoa.
Whoa, how we
Yeah.
missed it. How we
Okay.
missed it. Absolutely. Oh my God, it's a number. It's the numbers are telling us something. Okie dokie. So thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We will see you next week, same time, same day. Thank you so much and have a great one.
Woo.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Everybody. What a lovely